He's not a rapper, he's an actor. And this is the role of a lifetime. In this case, real.
Drake seemingly moved on by deleting the diss songs from his Instagram page.
He played a mental game with Drake, a mental game of chess.
Do y'all still feel like this is a victory lap, OVOers? DIYers. And probably a few OVOers. I gotta say it slowly because I tend to kind of go crazy. What's the game plan now for Mr. Drakey Poo? Did you hear the news that he just deleted every single one of his Kendrick Lamar disses off of his Instagram page?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Freaky ass.
Why would he do that? In this article here by Up Rocks, the headline reads, Drake seemingly moved on from the Kendrick Lamar beef by deleting the diss songs from his Instagram page.
Sweet chin music.
The article goes on to say, yesterday marked 1 month since hip-hop fans received the last entry in Kendrick Lamar and Drake's rapid-fire rap beef. It was over in a second. That took a turn for chaos starting at the end of April. The last entry was Drake's The Hard Part 6. Beige raging sassy ass song. Since that diss was released, fans and critics alike crowned Kendrick Lamar as the winner, as he also went on to hit #1 with Not Like Us. It remains to be seen if either rapper will toss out another diss. It seems likely that it won't be Drake after he removed all his Kendrick Lamar disses from his Instagram page. Oh, that's such a Drake thing to do. As you can see here, he said, I'm gonna pose, I'm gonna let them know I'm still standing. Hey, take one, snap one. He's standing here on his Instagram after he deleted all the posts. This man has removed TaylorMade because the estate of Tupac was getting ready to sue him. Now he didn't took down other songs. Do y'all still feel like this is a victory lap, OVOers? Delusion is strong. Do you still feel like this is a victory lap? This is suspicious. I don't know about you, but if I win some shit, if I win the lottery, I'm not finna take this shit down the next day. Well, maybe I'll do that because some people be greedy as hell. He has his picture and a couple photos up here. And the caption says, the only yes man around me is my Rolex dealer. Fans noticed that Drake quietly removed the diss songs, which include Push-Ups, Family Matters, and The Heart Part 6 from his Instagram page on Wednesday. I bet you that toilet that he got, remember that toilet he got where he talks about it plays California Love whenever he pee or whatever, something goes through the toilet? Somebody made the point, he's sitting on top of California Love. Ain't it kind of crazy now that he got to think about that every single time he sit down, how terrible that display was? Coincidentally, or maybe not, Drake deleted the Instagram post the same day that Kendrick Lamar announced the pop-out Ken and Friends concert with PG Lang and Free Lunch at LA's Kia Forum. We'll talk about that. It's going to be on Juneteenth. As you would imagine, the internet had a field day with this. Let's start here at this post that was a repost on Torre's page, where he's reposting a rap fan that's talking about that Drake has officially entered the last stage of grief. What do you mean?
Drake has officially entered the last stage of grief, which is acceptance, as he has deleted every diss track.
I'm on mercy kill this old man. Derek is very rude person.
Wait. One more time. Somebody also clipped this up with the Key and Peele skit where is two UFC fighters getting ready to fight. And it goes and plays on like the whole, like, you know, how you used to see two UFC players. One of them is barely speaking English. And like he got like a killer instinct. Track by track, they're comparing this skit to these drops by Kendrick and Drake.
But soon he will learn manners. I will torture his body so that his soul learns to be humble.
I'm gonna dance around him while he tried to hit me with his cane. Oh man.
God chose me for this fight. God is the teacher. Derek is the student, and I am God's instrument. When I squeeze your lungs, Derek, and you beg me for life, then your heart will open up to the Lord.
I'm gonna knock him out round one, bitch. Wait. What did he say again? He said God chose him. That doesn't even make sense, really.
When you eat through plastic tube, when you are paralyzed from neck down, then your family will gather around your hospital bed to see the new day.
Skip that. Funny intermission. You know what I've wondered through this process? I'm not a Drake fan, but I definitely paid attention to when it was Drake versus Meek Mill. We got a very different Drake this time around when it came to rap beef. And I'm really wondering, what was such the difference for Drake? You know, Drake obviously was not going to win this, at least in my eyes, lyrically, but his whole thing, like his strengths are what he can do on the internet. Matter of fact, after he took advantage of Meek Mill in a very vulnerable position in his career, and he snapped back after Meek Mill did disclose information about him having a ghostwriter, he went on the offensive and he hit quickly. Matter of fact, along the way, he did stuff like this. Free Meek Mill. He wore that shirt as a troll while he was walking around. What happened to that, Drake? Why didn't we get Kendrick on one of them shirts? What? He seems to be distracted.
I remember you was conflicted.
Remember this? Nadeska posted this back in August 3rd, 2015. This is the kind of stuff he was doing. He's posted memes. He took all the fan memes. Whataburger put up something. If you can see that here, he was on the offensive. Now, he did post up Kendrick's manager. He posted up some other stuff, kind of replying back to Rick Ross and hitting his mom up on a text message to say Rick Ross was being racist. He did do that, but this is very shout out to HaHa Davis. You acting unusual. Please don't forget, this was a very, very aggressive Drake during this battle. As you can see here, there's a meme where it says Meek Mill checking out of his hotel this morning. It's a casket. Very aggressive Drake. But it seems that he's very aggressive with people that he sees as being weaker than him. It's funny, I never saw this clip here, but I think it might describe why we got two different Drakes. The one versus Meek Mill versus the one versus Kendrick Lamar. Paul Rosenberg is talking here to Pete Davidson, of all folks, and this is what he had to say about meeting Drake.
What did you get from Drake when he hosted SNL?
Oh, he gave us all OVO jackets.
Is that really true?
Yeah, he got us all SNL OVO Roots jackets.
That's fucking tight.
Oh, that's nice.
Dude, he's fucking the sweetest guy ever.
He was really cool.
That guy is going to be a fucking movie star in about 4 years.
Well, but why wait? That's what I've always wondered is what's the wait? Like, why
He's
not?
the best actor of all time.
Yeah,
He's been acting as a dope rapper for fucking 7 years. He's the best actor of all.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
You just say that Drake he's been acting as a dope rapper for the last 7 years? Say it ain't so.
I say the same thing. It sounds like an insult, but it's not. It's not.
It's not. He's dope. He's dope.
He happens to be good.
He happens to
but
be
the
good,
part he's playing is not him.
Yeah, that's not him at all. It's like he's just.
It's performance art.
He's the sickest. I can't. It's so hard to explain, and I'm so glad you get it on
100%.
the way that I understand. The best actor ever.
And I always said Drake is an actor. He's not a rapper. He's an actor. And this is the role of a lifetime. in this case, really, his lifetime.
Yeah.
This is the role he's playing.
And he is killing it.
It's actually why him and I don't get along all the time and have ups and downs, because I know all you have to do is meet someone who's like you and know, like, I know you.
Right.
I know you.
Right.
They just like us.
Suburban Jewish rap loving kid.
How are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I know you. You're a Canadian.
Yeah.
You're a Canadian. I'm Maryland. You're Toronto, but I know who you are.
Yeah.
And so when I see certain shit that I don't like, we just end up getting to like a sort of bitchy Jewish kid qualms that I understand, but it's not because I don't respect him. I do really appreciate what he does music.
Never saw that clip before, but isn't it interesting? Even one of these comments here, Jay Ghost the Conscious says, Drake wish he really was Drake. Is the veil being lifted? Are we starting to see that? Here's another Kendrick line that relates to this. I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he acting tough. It ain't to say he ain't got some tough guys around him, right? Some street dudes around him that'll kick your ass for saying some crazy shit. But the guy himself seems to be playing a role, and he did not play that role the best during this Kendrick Lamar diss this back and forth. He just didn't seem to play that role. Or maybe, you know what? No, you know what? Hold on, OV-overs. I got it. He's fooling everybody. He's fucking genius. He planted the evidence, and he wants this to be like an anti-hero story. Like, he wants to come from the trenches. He did started from the bottom, connect the dots. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Maybe that theory holds true in somebody's eyes that you still think he'd won. But it's crazy how his tone has changed throughout this battle. Remember this? I'm going to go ahead and refresh your memory in case you forgot. DJ Academics, big supporter of Drake throughout his career and throughout this battle. He said on March 24th, before shit got ugly, DJ Academics thinks Drake will beat Kendrick Lamar in their beef.
Looking at his phone, he's gonna fuck Kendrick up. He's gonna fuck Kendrick up. You got bitches behind him trying to show him they tits, bitches throwing bras at him. You got homeless niggas over there like, yo, could you listen to my mixtape? You got hanger-ons trying to drink out the bottles that Drake done bought for the section. You got other hoes trying to record him on the sneak, and Drake is glued to the phone because he can't believe the unmitigated gall, the fucking...
I'm gonna let him in there. Needless to say, Academics was very hyped for this. He was putting all his money on Drake. Matter of fact, Drake even jumped into the fray during the waiting time that we have for Kendrick Lamar, after Tailor Made, after Push-Ups. And in one of DJ Academics' Instagram comment threads, shout out to the homie DJ Head, we're going to have him on here very soon, he put out a statement on Twitter and DJ Academics reposted it. It is, the Canadian responded after over a decade of being dared to come outside, still has yet to officially claim Push-Ups. He's now taunting in an attempt to garner a reaction. Kendrick just made him wait. How did he taunt? Check this out. The comment there says, use me as they have nothing to drop button. That aged like spoiled milk. You guys remember on Tailor Made? It's very different Drake. He was like, nah, nah, nah. You trying to let this shit die down. Nah, 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 not this time, nigga. You following through. And that he did. You know, you would think with all this trollery, you would never see a video like this.
But I wonder if he had this song in the tuck the whole time. Like, this song is a bop. I'm telling you.
He's amazing at making music.
Yo,
he mentions Family Matters in the song. So it leads you to believe either Drake does have the leak and he got Family Matters early, or that motherfucker can microwave. DJ Head is wrong. This motherfucker can microwave food fantastically.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. He played a mental game with Drake, a mental game of chess, where he convinced Drake, yo, all them songs like Push-Ups, where you're just popping shit's not gonna work. You're gonna have to get cerebral with me and start thinking.
Grimy. Yeah.
It would sound like Jigsaw on the record. Yo, really me this, really me that. I know something about
versatility
bonkers. Hey, are you ready now to play Have You Ever? Like, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And then all of a sudden when I'm thinking, all right, cool, like, I'm ready to put my thinking hat on for the next joint, he's like, fuck that, we back in the club. I'm like, what? And the joint is fire.
It's brilliant.
The tone seems to be shifting, even over there with the people that support Drake the most. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? He deletes his songs off of his Instagram page, maybe because he's in preparation of a new project, maybe because he has some artists that he wants to place the focus on, or maybe they're trolling him to living hell because the comments were open. Now they're restricted, now he's deleted them. He said, I'm ready to move on with my life, guys. I'm ready to shave my head and come back bald, go through a spiritual journey on an island you never heard of, and come back and say, I have a new album for you. It's called Just Me, Aubrey. No more of the shenanigans of Drake. I just think it's time to get back to the basics. That album is coming probably in 6 months, even though he seems to still be trying to force the issue out here. It's funny because it seems like Academics is starting to discover the things that a lot of us hip-hop fans already knew about the unfair advantage that Kendrick Lamar has lyrically in this. Look at this. Academics is going through old freestyles of Kendrick and Drake, and, you know, he's making some conclusions from those.
Give me reasons to appear at night, and just know that I be in the mirror like, are you listening? I hope you hear it right. Yeah, I'm in the Aston doing donuts. I will kill the game.
Oh my God, my boy say he's in the Aston doing donuts.
Music producers, rappers, and singers, are you looking to get some constructive feedback on your newest music? Joining Critique My Beats is super easy. All you gotta do is reserve a pass to critiquemybeats.com. Click on book a slot and choose if you wanna get 1 beat review, 2 beat reviews on our live stream every Monday. Best beat and best song of the night is going to win a cash prize. Join us at critiquemybeats.com.
How you...
Heard a conversation with my father talking to his favorite partner at the domino table. Tony had told him that he saw a young nigga hopping out, busting like 4 charters, popping pills, mix a gallon of Sherman, some holy water.
Yeah.
Mix a gallon of Sherman, some holy water, sell it to a priest. He probably can get it off by tomorrow. It's wicked with my favorite uncle kick it. Fiends trying to kick the addiction of sucking glass dicks. Vivid images going gets any fantasy you can fathom. Phantoms ain't the...
Toothless, I need you to zoom in on his face when you do this video edit. He looking confuseth with an ETH.
Only thing that's suicidal. Open the doorway to his soul. Hit the hallway, then hit the closet. You see a rifle aiming at your arteries. Part of me, parts of me is psycho. In retrospect, my respect was a Power Ranger high note. Tumbling backwards into a karate kicking high note. My innocence will eventually...
This nigga doing the most.
He sounds like the Hard Part 6. You got this shit burnt the fuck out. It's crazy how the tones have shifted. And it seems like the prediction I made was slightly off, but at least I got the month right. When you thought all was settling down, at least on Kendrick Lamar's side, this popped out. The announcement that Kendrick Lamar is doing a concert at the Kia Forum called the Pop Out Ken and Friends Concert on June 19th. Why is that significant, ladies and gentlemen? Because it's Juneteenth. Oh.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Boom! Oh. This entire time that Kendrick Lamar has been raising hell in Drake's life, he hasn't even shown his face. He hasn't done one victory lap yet. The battle damn near he released Euphoria as of the recording of this a month ago. Well, seems like Kendrick Lamar's deciding, I think I'm ready to pop out and show niggas. Drake, this will be a great time to stay away from Los Angeles because I think this is going to be not only a legendary night in hip hop history, West Coast hip hop history, but just hip hop in general. Can you imagine? Because we get earthquakes on the West Coast. Can you imagine? I'm doing everything in my power to get to this concert. Can you imagine the earthquake that is going to happen when Not Like Us gets played? Imagine it gets played multiple times. Like niggas in Paris. Well, that's June 19th, Los Angeles. Oh my goodness. Drake, you know, maybe at this point it's time for you to just go to church, man. You know, maybe this is not the time to pop. You probably shouldn't pop out and show niggas nothing else. I think you should just probably go to church. That's my suggestion to you, Drake.
They not like us. They not
We
like
are
us.
the new breed.
They not like us. They not like us. They not
We
like
are
us.
the new breed.
They not like us.
Come on.
They not like us.
We are the new breed.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Okay, hold that suggestion. Maybe you shouldn't go to church. But you know what? Forget all that. You wouldn't go to a church like this, right? Because you got a completely different religion. You don't even worry about that. You know, that's a little disturbing to see. But I do suggest maybe you go out into the Toronto streets. I don't know what it's like in the summertime. I don't know what you do with you and your cronies. Like, you know, shout out to all my folks out there and all that good stuff. But on that day, I think it's really important that you check the weather.
If you want to pass on this heat like John Stockton, you can go up to the northwest where there's 60s, 70s for highs today. So again, we got temperatures in the 90s, but it's going to feel hotter for several days. Wop, 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 wop. We get hit with the heat index well over 100. But the main story really is the fact that we're just stocking up on hot days. How many stocks do I really have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 5. Hey, look at this. We've got temperatures going 90 plus for several.
Don't check the weather that day. Matter of fact, you should probably just go into a whole nother place. You know what? It's the NBA Finals right now. And I think it's really important that you get back to your gambling addiction, your gambling hobby. Matter of fact, I think you did. Shout out to you, Champagne Poppy. He put down $500,000 on the Dallas Mavericks. You know, that's a wise choice, man. I'm pulling for Kyrie Irving. I want to see him do really well in this championship. I think that's amazing, bro. But you probably don't want to watch the Dallas Mavericks practicing because they play Meet the Grams at the practice facility. That is disturbing, playing Meet the Grams at basketball practice. You can't go nowhere. You can't do a damn thing. You know what? Matter of fact, Drake, just get away from music, bro. I know you said you want to take a vacation before all this shit started. Go take a fucking vacation. Right? Don't even like go to a hotel. I know you got the power. Go to an OVO hotel by yourself and make sure to delete all the music channels. I mean, they don't play music anyways. Just make sure you delete them. You know what? Focus on the politics. This is an election year, Drake. There's more important things going on out there that could really help with like the self-esteem. You should definitely just tune into like CNN or, you know, whatever side you're on, Fox News, and just listen to what some of these pundits have to say.
Or racism. Because essentially what you're saying is that black people, we know y'all know all about going to jail. To be clear, this guy has 34 felonies. I've never been arrested for a traffic ticket. I do want to be clear that there are black folk that haven't actually experienced jail. I have been in jail, obviously, as a former criminal defense attorney.
Nice.
But I do want to be clear that as Kendrick Lamar says, they are not like us. He is not like us. So for my clients, I've never had one that had this many charges pending against them.
Whoa. Should you pop out and show niggas?
No. No.
You can't do shit right now. And I would think he would understand the repercussions of deleting his song off of social media. Like, man, and it's crazy. You know how karma is crazy? I know somewhere Meek Mill is looking at this whole situation and trying to be as unbiased as possible because he's friends with Drake now after their heated feud back and forth. But Drake took advantage of a Meek Mill when he didn't have a studio accessible to him. And, I'm not making no excuses for another grown man because he put him out there as having a ghostwriter, right? You know there's going to be some repercussions for it. But Drake, when he went after Meek Mill, he went after him until he felt like he was burnt to a crisp. He was getting Whataburger and all these corporations that were getting involved. And it's not his fault. Some of them just get involved because it was a trending topic. But he beat the dog shit out of the reputation of Meek Mill in that time period. He was sending bottles over to Charlemagne. He was doing a lot of extracurricular activity that just seemed to not find its way to this Kendrick Lamar beef and back and forth. You would think he would do that and more, especially this being this is the biggest battle that he has ever been in when it comes to rap beef. But yet and still, we didn't get that. Shout out to Gina Views. You guys know Gina Views. She was like, "You disappointed me. You can't you supposed to shoot a video on top of the Compton Courthouse building and talk all that shit. But it's interesting how karma works, man. You're using a dead man's voice to send out messages that the man himself never had an opportunity to send out for himself. You're using dead man's voices. You're buying a dead man's ring. Then you cancel your last tour stop in Oakland. And now a show on Juneteenth that is sure to be talked about for the rest of our lives is happening. And Kendrick Lamar is going to finally show face, and there's no way in hell he doesn't perform that song. My question is, how many times are you going to perform that song? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be a good time to do some reevaluation. If I was in a situation, there's no way in hell that I'm going to keep showing up and do whatever the hell he did over that BBL Drizzy song with Sexy Red. Whatever the hell he did over this other song where he's singing, "No, Delilah." What are you doing? And then for the last piece of karma, you delete the diss songs off the very same platform you were abusing to taunt your opponents. Well, DIYers, those are my thoughts. You let me know what you think about this.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey.
My apologies for the unprofessionalism.
DIY.
DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.